What up? It's KP, the sports chick. So, okay, so we're 6 games removed from the beginning of the NBA season, and Golden State is already 4-2. Now, it took Golden State 31 games to get their second loss of the season, and we're 6 games in, and they've already lost 2. Is this concerning a little bit? And keep in mind, this winning streak last year came at a time when Steve Kerr was out recovering from surgery, and when Luke Walton took over the team as an interim coach. And Steve Kerr is here this year, and they're 4-2. What does that say? Like, what's going on here? Well, first of all, the energy is way different. It's way down from when it was last year, and they don't seem like juggernauts anymore. They seem like very beatable, very, last year it was just kind of like, oh my gosh, who is going to beat him? Who is going to beat the Warriors? It was a long time before, they got beat, and it was after 24 games, 23 games? I can't remember. But when they finally did, it was a big deal. And then I think they got their second loss in game 31. So what's going on? Is it, at the beginning of the season, I kind of talked about and touched on how, what the prospects for Golden State season was. And I said it was almost impossible to repeat the success of the regular season that was last year for them. However, also, it's like, okay, well, you win that many games and you still don't win the championship, and you were up 3-1 and lose that lead and lose the finals. It's like, how do you set goals the next year? Like, how does that work? Do you shoot for every game, or do you just play average? And then learn that, like the Spurs, the playoffs is where it's at. Really, the regular season is just for seeding purposes, and you really shouldn't be going for titles in the regular season. And that's what makes the Spurs so great. I feel like they could do what Golden State did, and that's a bold statement, but I believe it. But the difference is that Pop is not really caring about the regular season only to provide a good seeding spot. And that's where I feel like the kids over in Golden State, including the coach, had something to learn about that. And I guarantee you, Pop probably looked over at that and was like, I can do that too. I mean, it sounds crazy and probably difficult, but if anybody could do that, Pop could do that, especially with the crew he's got over there and the coaching style he has. He could have made it happen, but he's more concerned about the playoffs and winning the championship. So what he does is go into the season with winning the championship in mind. That means you're going to sit some of your older players out some games to rest, and you're strategically going to do that to the point where you take your players out on games that are very possible for your bench players to win. And simple as that. So going into this season, Golden State had to have some type of different approach, but the issue is that the approach doesn't seem very favorable for them right now. Now, keep in mind, they're only 2 games away from being 500 right now, and it's early in the season, but if they lose 2 more games, they just lost tonight to the Lakers, who last year got their 3rd win of the season, 18 games in, and they're 3-3 right now. So they're already better than they were last year. And the last night when they played the Lakers, they managed to snap Steph Curry's 157 game 3-point streak, where he's made a 3-pointer in every game for 157 games. Now that does not include playoffs. And if you include the playoffs, it's 196 or 197. So something isn't right. And I've talked about the culture over at Golden State, and how they feel about KD being there, Kevin Durant, and also about Draymond Green's emotional contributions to the team, if you will. So there's a lot that they're having to deal with this year as far as that. And I don't think they know how to manage it right now. So let me know what you think at KP the Sports Chick at YouTube, and what do you think your suggestion to be? What do you think is going on? Let's put it that way. What do you think is going on at Golden State right now for them to be so I guess, drastically different than they were last year this time. Hit me up, KPS Sports Chick at YouTube, or you can go to kpsportschick.com and leave what you think on my social media links.